Watch how you talking to me. Watch how you talking to me. Watch how you talking to me. Watch how you talking. Watch how you talking to me. Watch how you talking to me. Watch how you talking to me. Watch how you talking. Have you ever seen snowfall in the six? Have you ever seen snowfall in the six? Have you ever seen a snowfall in the six? Fall in the six. Have you ever seen a snowfall in the six? Have you ever seen a snowfall in the six? Have you ever seen a snowfall in the six? Fall in the six. Have you ever seen a snowfall in the six? Have you ever seen a snowfall in the six? Have you ever seen a snowfall in the six? If I knew back then what I knew right now, I'd be on right now. I'm the nigga right now. I'm the nigga right now. Got your bitch right now. Since you want it right now, getting litty right now. Wanna text me right now. Outside right now. Please do not get in my face. You know that I'm riding the whip. I just needed my space. I drink it straight with no chase. Love when you making that face. Living out a suitcase. Annie, are you okay? I fuck you good the long way. Watch how you talking to me. 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 Have you ever seen a snowfall in the six? Have you ever seen a snowfall in the six? Have you ever seen a snowfall in the six?
She's a keeper, legs like Serena, strong like Xena, turn into a screamer. She's a dancer, money from Atlanta. She's a cancer, phone ring, no answer. I'm getting litty, mixed dirty with the fenna. My life a movie, I always got a camera. I'm at Cabana, she's sucking my banana. Ooh, na na. If we never met, I'm there right now. Put a bullet in my head right now.
Yeah, I'm living off of moonlight, moonlight. Talking but you don't fight. About a new life. Even when I'm wrong, you know I'm still right. On another level, reach a new height. I used to hit the block just in all white. No, I can't bless it, but my gun might. Have you ever seen a snowfall in the six? Have you ever seen a snowfall in the six? Have you ever seen a snowfall in the six? Fall in the six. Have you ever seen a snowfall in the six? Have you ever seen a snowfall in the six? Have you ever seen a snowfall in the six? Fall in the six. Yeah, I'm living off of moonlight, moonlight. Have you ever seen a snowfall in the six?
All right. I literally just got in. I got in. I hit go live. I ran upstairs. I changed out of my work clothes, and now I'm here. How's everyone doing? I hope everybody is well. What's poppin'? Tower God 606 was a chapter, year. This was definitely a chapter of the webcomic Tower of God. I'm gonna hit you guys like this right now. I should have probably tied this better, whatever. I didn't like that. That was not a good chapter of Tower of God, in my honest opinion. I'm not gonna go overboard. Oh, the story's over. Throw it away. It's garbage or whatever. We'll just have to try again next week. So I'm gonna be very transparent. I don't have a lot to say. I don't. This will not be 2 hours. I got 30, 45, at best an hour in me. But to compensate for the fact that I'm not gonna stream as long on YouTube later, I have to I have to go do something. But later, I will stream on Twitch. Bomb Rush Cyberfunk. If you guys want to come watch us breakdance, be cool. A Jet Set Radio inspired game by Team Reptile that also made Lethal League Blaze, and it's super dope. I've been having a great time, and I need to start playing more games on Twitch, especially now that I got my Steam Deck, so and my dock. So we'll do that tonight. So, anyways, before I go off, how did everyone feel about the chapter? Were you digging it? You're not digging it? Try again next week. We actually read some comments from Korea, so we have our favorite segment, Damn it! What was that chapter someone sent us? With the comments at the bottom, I have to find that so we can do our segment of what does Korea think. But yeah, how did you guys feel with the chapter? I was not moved at all this week. Doing better than the chapter. Noah Dorsey on like 0 out of 10. What's up, Naz? You're good. How's life? How's life treating you? It is a coincidence Noah Dorsey recently in the chapters. You should haven't seen it. Do you need the link? Try. Does anybody need the link? You want me to pull it up? I'll go to Cosmic first because it's just easier. It's right there. I know sometimes people they don't know where to look, but 606. It's the mid that misses. I mean, nothing really happened in the chapter. Mm, I'd argue that's not a good thing. He isn't what I would call particularly efficient. So chapters like this kind of matter from the standpoint of you should probably, yeah. So that's Cosmic, and this is the one from Comic K 606. I actually think Cosmic Scans had a much better translation this week. Translation for Tower God from the group that we usually use was really bad. They had my head hurting, spinning. And it's just one of those unfortunate things where this is a series that argue we don't have one translation we can truly lean into and trust fully. We got stretches, we got moments. I think Alpha, if I remember correctly, it was Void and Alpha scans. They were the best. I still think the officials aren't good, all things considered. It's not Kubera bad, but they're not great. And yeah, appreciate it. Thanksgiving, no problem. The only thing I noticed is couldn't sing they are too weak. I'm shocked Rack had screen time. Blood Angel was there, so it goes up for a 2 to 3. I feel that. Let me find that. I have it on my computer. That was the thumbnail I used for the chapter itself. I can delete this. This thumbnail, so that can go. Should I put Zale on screen? Maybe I'll put Zale on screen. Or did I put him in the corner? Let's put him in the corner running. I don't know, just something. Shout out to my boy Zale, Sunboy, Guardian God Solin. He run in. Okay, sorry. What was her name again? Rashut? Rashla? There's two different spellings for her name. And shout out to Uwi Uwi. Yo, that's my name. Don't call me Wee Wee, bro. He already looked kind of funny. He already kind of funny looking too. I don't even know where it is. Let me just find it in the chapter itself. How do I delete this? Why isn't it remove? Oh yeah. Let's just find her in a chapter because this is not working. Because that she just has a fire design to me. Do you guys think that the blood is like a Shinsu quality? We kind of spoke about this yesterday. We were wondering if like what animal she would control that kind of like, you know, would need all this blood. So I came up with vampire bats, and I asked anybody if there's any animals they're aware of that like uses blood to like ward off predators and defenders. We also talked about leeches, but yeah, this is a fire design, bro. This is the best. This is what saved me. She looks so raw here, bro. Like, mommy. We're gonna read it. We need AI translation. JK. Blood Angel was there, so go to. Oh, I read that already. The only good thing and interesting was about it was the Blood Angel lady. Yeah. At this point, I said you to kill Rax so I can be sad that he's gone and not sad that he's a shell of his old self. I feel that. This is what I mean by necromancing a corpse of a character you like. Sometimes you rather them not be in the story any longer. So I feel that. I'm half watching the Juventus match. Okay, bet. Who's Juventus playing? I haven't. Have I watched any CDA? I did. Well, no. I only watched Napoli play in Champions League because I like Victor. I like Osimhen. So I haven't really watched any CDA this year. Mostly just Premier League and Liga. Actually, Liga. I like Kolo Muani, so I watch PSG, and I also like Mbappe, but I hate PSG so much. So I've watched a decent amount of Liga. But yeah, GI powers are cool though. Yeah, cool powers. But okay. So I mean, you gotta have some fun with this. If you had to be like, this was the point of the chapter. This was the chapter takeaway. This is what happened. Like, what really happened? Like, Eh, I'll say this: I liked when Rack was like, "Oh yeah, I could fly," and he started flying, and after we like missed him. Aguero's the thing that I always want from Aguero, whether or not he is strong enough to deal with certain combatants, is I always want him to be competent from the standpoint of his cerebral horsepower. I want him to be smart, come up with smart plans and, you know, ideas and stratagems to like get out of things. So all things considered, he's keeping that alive. So I'll take that in stride. Like that was good, but there wasn't much for me to sink myself into. Dumas is playing tickle butt. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. Oh, I'm not gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. And like, I don't know. I don't know that his plan to lure Bam made that much sense to me, from the standpoint of you could just beat them and hold them as hostage. But I guess the point is that ultimately, no matter what, he's still Team Gustang, and you don't want Gustang to lose the chess match, and thus he cannot destroy or beat the king. Anyone else, so he wants to just do his duty, get Bam, capture Bam, boom. That would remove one piece. I think he's was it what was Bam again? A knight? I think he was a knight. I don't remember what he was. What piece did he get? So from that standpoint, it's like as long as he's not the king, I can capture him. You might be missing a piece, Gustang, but you could probably figure it out. That was kind of the best I can do with that. And then we came, Aguero tricked him. Then Rashult, whatever her name was, she slided through. He was like, if we capture him and the king, we can control the war. And she's like, yeah. And the chapter ended, and I'm like, I could have waited another week. Hi, what's going on? Hi. Um, just have Rack, just give Rack a heroic death. Sassuolo, okay. Sassuolo. Rack's if you but people still have hopes for Rack becoming like the native one or whatever. So I don't know. I just I just can't take a scene with Tiny Rack seriously with his plain red tee and shorts. Make him a raptor with light armor so it's easy to draw him or kill him, please. Yeah, he needs to start uncompressing and decompress, whatever. I remember SIU saying him and Karaka were some of the hardest people to draw, and that's the main reason why he cheaped it. I vaguely remember that. I could be wrong. Maybe it was just Karaka's armor and another character, but it's one of those things some authors do to just make drawing easier. I don't know if you guys know this. It's a fun piece of trivia for Dragon Ball, but part of the reason that Toriyama designed the Super Saiyan form the way that it was is so that for characters, especially like Goku, Vegeta, and Gohan, he no longer had to ink their entire hair in, which took a bit more time because like in black and white, the way it was drawn, it didn't need that much coloring. So sometimes authors do little tricks like that just to save them some time to be more efficient with their artistry. Oh yeah, Bam's the queen. Sorry, I could not remember. Okay, that's what it was. He's the queen. I could not remember. That's my bad, yo. Damn, I'm thinking there was zero takeaways. I kind of feel that. How do you feel about Dumas? He figured out Kun was lying, but doesn't know what the chess piece looks like. Are the chess pieces unique to this game, or is this how all chess pieces look like in the tower? From the translations, it seems like Aguero was saying that there's obviously different sets and they could look differently, but nobody examined them hard enough to even know. And also, nobody was like, here are all the chess pieces. Everybody just got the one that they are. So if I was the rook, I got the rook piece. That's all I know. I don't know what color or what design the other ones technically have. So that's kind of how I took it, Skull. But it's a good question to ask because I was wondering if like did Aguero just have like a random chess piece on him because of the game with Trom Rain has pulled out the king? I'm not sure. Who do you think has the king on the other side? Let me go back one chapter in the cage and just look at everybody. Give me a second, because I don't recall everybody who was in that cage. What does this do? Does it go back? Yes. Go back one chapter for me, please. Excusez-moi. I keep forgetting Enkidu took over Gururo last chapter. That was like really important. No, it's two chapters ago. My bad. When I think they're explaining the game thing, or was it three chapters ago? I think it was three because I think it was before Gustang pulled up on Enkidu. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Oh, yeah, this is where Yamo comes. Damn, I'm losing all sense of time of these chapters. That's crazy. Okay, yeah, this is it for sure. Okay, let me see them. The cage was kind of lower down, if I remember correctly. Or was it here? Did it start with this play? No, this is Rachel's. This is Rachel's section. Sorry, guys. Give me a second. I just gotta find it. Do do do. Was it even a chapter earlier? Am I tripping? Bruh. What chapter were they showed all the local beer in the cage? Was it not three? Was it not 603? How long ago was this? Maybe it was one more before. Yeah, maybe it was. Okay, so let's go back one more chapter. Jesus Christ. Okay, it's this one for sure. It's definitely okay. This is this. Except that's my bad. Okay, so I see the cage. So let me see everybody in it. Um, so there's Water Gun Girl that I like with that cool design. There's Ooey Ooey, Blood Angel, Stripe do with striped shirt and green with green hair, and Holland. Who do I think is the king out of these people? My best guess, I don't think it's Rashult, and I don't think it's Ooey Ooey. So it's out of these three. I feel like a safe pick would be this guy because we don't really know anything about him. We've seen the Water Girl in action already, so my actual guess is Holland. Surprisingly, I would go with Holland. I'm I don't know that I agree with it, but I don't know if it was chosen by random, and I don't think Trauma Ray really had any say in that. So I'd actually probably go with Holland. That's my best guess, but I don't know. I don't know. That's my guess. Wee or whatever has to be the Uglytopia. Oh yeah, he brought that family's beauty down a shit ton. He ugly. The queen is fitting because it's the best. Oh no. We talked about this before. I just forgot what piece he got. Him being the queen was what we were all guessing even before he got the queen piece, because it's the strongest piece, but it still doesn't, like, even if you lose it, you don't lose the game. So no, it made sense. It was perfect. Did you like chapter 606? What did you find interesting and intriguing? I didn't like it. No, I didn't like the chapter. The only two things I can say is I like Aguero's consistency of using his brain to figure things out and solve problems or whatever. So that was fine. He tricked Wee Wee. Dumas didn't fall for it, almost, though he almost did. And the little rack joke when the rack was falling, he's like, "I could fly," duh, and he flew out the way of Wee Wee. That's all I really have for you. Other than that, I didn't really enjoy it. I thought he only had yellow color. Well, Super Saiyan is yellow, but remember yellow, but I'm talking about, remember the black and white manga, it's drawn in black and white, right? So when the hair is the way it's drawn, you don't have to ink it in like the same, I guess. I don't know, I can't draw, bro. What is the power of branch head? I am not sure. She waves Shinsu of liquid, or is it just her blood? I don't know if it's her blood. My best guess was probably, and someone, no, someone brought this up and it made sense to me. Maybe her Shinsu quality is some type of red liquid or blood. I said this earlier. We were trying to think of maybe animals or creatures in mythology, I suppose, that ward off predators or fight with blood. So like vampire bats, I suppose. I think they're called vampire bats specifically. I think there's some bats that don't suck blood. I guess mosquitoes suck blood, leeches, whatever you want to go with. I'm not sure. Not only that was Simpsons, but mostly yellow. Okay, he was the flying fish. He has the flying fish and cool ice abilities, and want him to use them in conjunction with intelligence in a one-on-one fight. Can Aguero buff himself? Has he done that? He's resurrected himself and resurrected people or healed them or whatever. Phoenix down ability, but remember when he buffed the canine person, the Houndborn, and then took it away? Can he make himself stronger? I want to see him use the sweet fish on himself to see if he can pull out any more ability from himself. I keep forgetting we're gonna see that pathetic showcase called Holland during this stretch. The pre-chess scramble gonna be a drag. Yeah, this might be a bit of a slog. We'll probably get moments, stretches, and concepts and ideas and flashes of greatness, but this might be a little bit of a rough stretch. So strap in, I suppose. Or could be double champ someone, like he has a pretty useful powers, or maybe power up somebody and freezing that opponent. Okay, I feel it. How do you feel, at least, as you explaining why Dumas didn't just catch Kun because the community was acting like babies last chapter? Um, I don't think that their complaints were unwarranted. It made sense. Based on what you saw Dumas do and who he did it to, there was no reason that he couldn't capture them immediately. It's it's an explanation. Like, I'll take it, but it's not sexy. I'm not like, oh, thank God Dumas wasn't trying. And now I have no problems. I'm like, I'm not entirely convinced, Killmonger, that that was the best way for him to go about it. Why not beat them up? Why not at least capture them, hold them hostage? So I'm not entirely convinced it made sense, but it's an explanation. It works, I suppose, but it's getting very tiresome when Tower God's characters do this, because it reminds me even when Godot was fighting Bam and he's like, I'm not gonna think of you as a regular anymore. Then he like kicked him. He's like, "Oops, I subconsciously held back because you're like, bro. These motherfuckers don't ever fight for real. It's mad annoying." So that's kind of my takeaway. But I mean, if the explanation was good enough for you, more power to you. Holland Redemption arc. I got no stocks. I got no belief, no hope, no faith. We'll just see what happens. Don't you think the current branches that have been introduced are mediocre high rankers and weaker than Hajin Sung and Yama, except for 3 of them? Well, I'll only say Yama now because he took a nap and now he's stronger. But no, they haven't been very impressive. I would argue who's the most impressive branch leader I've seen? Probably Spider Mommy. Spider Mommy, Garment, White Garment Widow, whatever her name is. That's probably the best one I've seen. Cause even and maybe the Windbird. The Windbird one wasn't too bad, I suppose. I don't know. I'm with you though. They're not very impressive. You'd think the top 20 at least branch leaders would be something very special, but maybe they just control whatever um animal creature, Shinhui, divine sea creature that leads the family. I don't even know what the criteria is for you to become a branch leader. So and like I said, like I remember bringing this up, and if I'm curious to know your guys' answers because I forgot what you guys said. Let's say I'm the branch leader of the Great White Shark branch. I'm the leader, and I have Monstro the shark. Okay, that's his killer whale. Monstro the whale. That's my ultimate anima, whatever. That's the anima that is the leader of the killer whale Orcra branch. I get smoked. The okra is still alive. I get smoked. So what happens? Is it a hatchling who's like very strong, who's next in coming? Do they inherit my monstro? Or do they have a whale of their own, a different type of whale that they're going to then they become the leader? Does everybody or like what if the person who's a part of my branch doesn't have like anyways, like I'm trying to think of all the moving parts. Maybe they have a whale, maybe they don't have one. What if they have a a griffin? I don't know. A griffin, no, that's Kukuda. What if they have a phoenix? Does the branch now become the phoenix branch? Because not every animal is obviously going to be a branch leader related animal. So does it change? I have no idea how that works. And these are the small things that bother me about Tower of God. I have no idea how the inner workings of most families and organizations and things, like how they operate. And thus, I'm just kind of vibing. I'm going off vibes and headcanon. You feel me? Where was I? They didn't really say what piece Rack had. I don't know what the octopus was, I think. Dumas not falling for that trick is exactly what Aguero wanted because he wanted to split them up. Fair enough. I want I can't wait for Bam to body two branch sets at the same time. Yeah, it was alright. The Blood Woman probably using a mythical bird. Okay. I thought the resurrection is automatically. I have no idea. I don't know if it's automatic or not. I don't know. I keep saying Perseus and Perdity still the branch heads, still mad they're gone. Well, they got smoked by Gustang. So, since we're talking about animals that use blood as a defense, there's a National Geographic video of a blood squirting lizard on YouTube. Oh shit! So like Garuro maybe? Because Garuro has a lizard too. Okay, that's interesting. Question of the decade: why did Dumas not regenerate his arms? Counter question: Can he regenerate his arms? Does he have that capability? I'm not 100%. I'm gonna give Hajin Sung the benefit of the doubt because he gave Karaka the armor that he knows how it works. But Karaka and Dumas's skills, and abilities are not the same. Maybe that's part of what Karaka can do, but I don't know. I have no idea. I kind of wish we would have some more regulars who didn't belong to families figure out the Shinsu qualities. It may have helped out with the variety of qualities that could appear. Yeah, I think I brought this up. I was saying, can my Shinsu quality be snow and my shape be a snowflake? Like they're not limited to what it see like rocks, fire, John Sula, because Bam has tension in the orb, right? So I don't know. And Rock has what the shield and the earth, rock throw, Stone Edge. You know, like that magic Kubera brings back from the brink of death. Okay, yeah. But it's consistent. Dumas didn't take out the others with the book because they were with Bam. But then hasn't the situation changed though, Brian? Like before, it was I don't. I wish the problem with me is I don't remember that stretch as well as I should because I didn't like it. So I probably need to revisit it. But someone brought up the idea that because they want Bam in their family and they want him to be happy, they don't want to just kill off everybody that he knows, likes, or loves. So perhaps Rack and them, if they got caught by the Pobedal family, Rack and them can also be a part of the family and be safe, and thus that placates Bam's rage to some degree, and he'd be more willing to cooperate. And what you're saying, Brian, makes sense. I'm not. It's one of those things that I would argue what you're saying makes sense, but you're doing the work for the author. You're rationalizing for him. What if Dumas had a thought process, or he's like, if I take out his friends, even if I captured him, he might be unwilling to cooperate. Or there was another moment like that. You have to actually showcase that through the artistry, the art, the writing, or a combination of the two, for me to be like, oh, okay, that's interesting. Let me give you a One Piece example real quick of like something happening, but it has a double meaning. Do you guys remember when Kaku was pretending to be a shipwright in Water 7 and he ran into Zoro? Do you guys remember what Zoro said? Well, first he said Usopp because he saw his nose, but he realized it was very square and he's like, oh no, it's not Usopp. And he said, I'm a shipwright. I'm here to inspect the ship. Zoro said, no, the fuck you are not. Now, that might not mean anything to anybody, but for me, the reason why I like that scene so much is because Zoro may have not known necessarily he was a government assigned and trained assassin, but he saw through the facade that he was a mere shipwright. Like there's more to you that meets the eye. SIU needs to do stuff like that. So at the very least, if we go back, we could be like, if you really think about it, he he's actually blah 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 whoop de whoop. So that's kind of what I'm saying. Like he didn't do that. We're doing that for him. We're trying to find a reason why Dumas didn't just body him. He didn't give us a good enough reason or implicit things, kind of sprinkled from point A to point B, Z, if you will, to make us be like, oh no, it was always there. We just didn't realize. Sorry. Where was I at? Holland deserves his zero stocks. He had his chance. Facts. What mangas and comics or novels can you recommend similar to Vagabond, the 20th century of Vinland Saga? I don't know, bro. I gotta think about that. I don't really like Vinland Saga, so can I think of anything kind of like Vinland Saga? I don't like I'm not a Vinland Saga fan. Vinland Saga is good, by the way. It's a good series. I'm just not a fan of. I'm a Viking purist, so if they're not pillaging and stealing and conquering, I'm not interested in. I have no enemies. I don't like Vagabond. I like 20th Century Boys, but give me time to think about that. If I don't answer you in like 20 minutes, remind me. But let me think. I don't have that on top of my head. I gotta think about that. But I do recommend you read Monstrous just because it's good, and Low just because it's great. That's what I got for you. Yeah, but they were taught to hurt his friends, just put them in danger. But I hear you. The chapter had bones, but no meat. Bones, no meat. And most impressive is Perdity. He went hand to hand with Hajizang for a bit, and Perdity didn't have his strongest bird with him. He brought Horny Bird, and he fought with quantity over quality. So, give him credit. Spider Mommy or Horny Bird was too. Yep. They probably have their own animal and probably get handed down the lead animal if they are worthy. SIU poor writing. Spider Branch Head versus Hodgin Sung. Who do you think the fight is going to? Your theories and betting. Um, like, I don't know, man. I don't even understand how strong Hodgin Sung is because he's been all over the place and his hands are hurting apparently, even though he's been not like fighting for 2 years. Even though Machete said he was healing at an incredible rate. I'm just gonna put it on Spider Mommy because she impressed me more. That she impressed me more than he did. Bam bodying Branch family has just doesn't impress me anymore. No, we know we can beat them. So yeah, we see Kun have Shinsu qualities similar to his father, but the Lopabia, it isn't clear if we're seeing animal powers or if it's their Shinsu qualities. My guess is even if you're a Lopabia, it doesn't necessarily mean you will inherit, find, or get an animal to control, and maybe you're not born with the ability to necessarily control one. I don't know of Lobodon can. And remember Catan with the guns? I think his is like a little bit of a reversal on it. Like Craven, he like hunts animals. He hunts things. So with him having all those guns, he's like a hunter in the Lopabia family, even though he doesn't have his animals. So for him, I think his skill set makes sense. But I don't know. I don't have the answer. It'd be nice if SC made that very motherfucking clear, which he won't do. He actually I actually think he leans on vagueness and not fully explaining and exploring something as a crutch to change or modify stuff. But I actually would argue it hurts more than it helps. It reminds me of a bit of a tactic I'd argue Kishimoto uses, in my opinion, where Kishimoto was good at leaving huge stretches of history kind of vague and completely blank. So when he needed to dive into that point in time in the past, in the flashback and the backstory, he could fill it in with whatever he wants. But I'd argue he used it a bit better, though it got really annoying in my opinion. This chapter was really weird, not gonna lie. Agreed. Only thing I like was the design of the Blood Woman. Yeah, that we all spoke about that. Let me put her on screen again. We all spoke about her. Oh shit. Oh wait, no. Oh, I never mind. I didn't know I scrolled up. Zoro was always saw them in Whiskey Peak. Whiskey Peak as well. Yes, he saw through all the bounty hunters. He gave us reasons. I think you just forgot. It's been consistent with Dumas and even Trauma and Lopabia have done the same with Bam. I don't agree with that, but you know, you're. I'm not even trying to like call you out, but you're a Tower of God defender, like through and through. Your cape is always on, so I tend to take what you say with a grain of salt because I'd argue you never side with the criticism more often than not. But I don't agree with that. But it's okay. We can disagree. We can agree to disagree. I really like it after the farm arc. I get that it had to happen, but after this is fun. Fair enough. Lachute, her name is Lachute. Okay, the sign is great. Too bad she's going to get her ass handed next chapter. Yep. Also, I finished Alabasta. I'm halfway through Skypiea right now. How do you think about Alabasta? Crocodile's my favorite character in One Piece. Did you enjoy him? For the time being, and Skypiea is in my top three favorite One Piece arcs. So I hope you enjoy that too. The Thorfinn having to maintain his ideals when involved in the Viking War is better than the start. I don't disagree with you, Mario Cat, but I don't have any. I have no. Vinland Saga is not a priority for me right now. I'm not about to start reading it and going crazy. But if you're reading Vinland Saga and you're enjoying it, hey, more power to you. Is the audio becoming way quieter than my side of the stream? It might be because I'm moving away and whatnot, but this mic is not very loud. I actually have a swing arm now. I should probably I should probably start using it. And I forgot to test my third mic. I haven't opened the box yet, but my bad. I know sometimes with this mic, if I'm not literally deep throating it and I'm back here, I'm quieter. I like it sometimes though because if people are making noise around me, it only picks up right in front of me. But I'll hold it. I'll hold it. Personally, I think this chapter was all right, but lackluster. But I understand people that didn't like it. Yeah, like I'm not going crazy. It's just a chapter that I didn't really care for. I'll just come back again next week and see if we do better. That's all. Yeah, like he didn't have to explain it a lot, but he could have made fake outline to make it coherent. I guess. Yeah, it's kind of like again. I'll just use the Karaka example because it's the one I use ad nauseum and it makes the most sense. Karaka wanting to maybe save Hodgin Sung or having some like conflicted feelings about the relationship with Bam and Hodgin Sung and himself, it makes perfect sense. But Karaka told Hodgin Sung, I do not take my mask off for people I don't trust. Saying that like You're my martial arts teacher. I know you're strong, but that part of our relationship is over. You train Bam now. And at no moment did he ever listen to Hodgin Song's wishes. He always went against it. So I was genuinely very shocked. I thought it was super jarring when he pulled up on Caliban in the last station. He's like, "Did you kill my master?" And now bam, we got to get Hodgin Song back. Whoop de whoop, blase blah. Like, where the fuck did that come from? That's he didn't do enough for me to be like, oh, Karaka actually deep down inside his heart cares about Hodgin Song. I feel the same way about this Dumas thing. But again, I'm not saying that he hasn't not attacked him before because he stopped the carrier in front of Bam's neck. I get that. My general point is I'm just not convinced that Dumas's plan made sense. That's all. Average chapter, fair. Could it be that Dumas cannot regenerate his due to trauma raised dragon vanquished? That's what I said. I brought up the possibility that he poisoned the spell in a way. Like there's a way to get around it or it'll take time, but it's almost like Trauma Ray's poison dragon actually poisoned the armor and he cannot regenerate his arms. That's what I was guessing. Because all things considered, when Hodgin Sung split him in two, he did put himself back together now that I'm thinking about it. So maybe that doesn't entirely make sense. Again, I'm not like ready to go too harsh on the Dumas judgment right now. I want to see how things play out before I kind of give my big picture takeaway and whatnot. So and why did this freeze? Hello, I didn't freeze, did I? On here? No, I didn't drop any frames. Should be all right. No, we good. All right. I think I'm fair to be honest when it's trash. Parts of it is trash. I agree with you. You're overly critical. I agree the chapter was mid, but at the Dumas point was consistent, just like Slayers, Will Hoop. But agree to disagree. Yeah, let's just do that. I don't think I'm overly critical. I'm just honest about my feelings and opinions. And if that comes across as mostly negative to most people, that's fine. I can't do anything about that. But from a time standpoint and overall maybe percentage standpoint, I've been more positive on Tower of God than I've been negative. The negativity really started with the third season. So I guess that's actually all things considered. We realized that we've been here for 5 years, which is kind of crazy because season 3 started in 2019 March, and then for us in May. But from season 1 to all the way to the last station, I argued with the fan base solely about Bam being ranker level, and I did start to see fissures during the last station, so I got worried about the third season and what was to come after the fact. But I've been mostly positive on Tower of God. But I call how I see it. I am a tough critic though. People know that about me. I'm not. I'm hard to please, and I've read, played, and watched so many things that are fantastic. I'm actually an accomplished writer with published works, and somebody who excelled at English, philosophy, um, writer's craft, mystery, and whatnot. So I know what I'm talking about when it comes to storytelling. And not to sound condescending, I'm smarter than most people when it comes to this thing. Math, science, other things. Being a mechanic, people are way better than me. Storytelling, that's my domain. And most people do not understand storytelling as well as I do. Is it me or is Bam just less interesting and more passive when Aguero is around? I'll have to go back and look at some situations, but I think Aguero sometimes annoys me because when Bam's around, he becomes his mother. I'm reminded of that moment where he used the souls. Like, don't worry, Bam, it's fine. You had to use the souls. Whoop de whoop, blah 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 blah. And I'm like, oh brother. So yeah. Oh yeah, you said I forgot. I like the crocodile getting arrogant and rightfully having plans within plans. I think he's I think he was still thinking it was impossible for her to do it with a bit of cruelty. I feel it. No, you good. Bam is definitely way too passive. Esther needs to improve on his character agency in terms of personality. I've always found Bam interesting. I really, I thought he started off solid with the kid with potential who's kind of special. I like the JVG arc, and I thought his character arc was pretty good in the hidden floor and whatnot. But I think since season 3, he's been a little bit bland. I'd agree with that. I have no interest in Aguero right now, and now we spent the hidden floor for eight to accept his ice spear just for SCU to undo all of that. Fair enough. Maybe Dumas didn't notice he's missing arms. He's so strong. He's like, wait a minute, are my arms gone? That'd be kind of funny. Cause I said this yesterday when the Wee Wee was first like, oh shit, ah, Dumas, just my luck. Hey man, take my jewelry, bro. Take my what you call it, my chess piece. I thought he was saying that because he didn't want the smoke. I'm like, Dumas is cold like that. He's like, oh nah, I don't want no problems, bro. But he was like, no, I'm betraying the family head. So Croc and Crossco hype, let's go. Bam is like polite meathead. If a scanner was strong but shy in the library, SL you need to kill Rock so Bam could start acting like Sasuke, tired of his goofy autistic personality. I just think Bam needs to be a little more assertive eventually, kind of get a concrete ideal of who he is, who he wants to be, and stuff like that. And again, be a little less passive and more and take more agency. But I've lost interest in Bam quite a while ago for the most part. But we CBL. He's strong. He's the strongest though. I'll be fair. After seeing Christmas, going to this is going to be mid for me. That's how I feel too. I don't think you're wrong to have that opinion and thought. That was very exciting stuff that a lot of Tower God fans have been waiting to see for many, many years. Just like a clash between two family heads. I still think he has the capability to make this very intriguing and interesting and super dope, but I can't say that I have faith. I like his good personality, but dang, killing Rack and making him conflicted and more acting would keep him engaging. What was the name of the librarian who dared to attack and did not shoot himself in front of a family head? Where did the boldness come from? The librarian who dared to attack and not shoot himself in front of a family head? Who I'm not sure I know who you're talking about. Didn't Dumas do that? He attacked trauma raised animals? The librarian in front of the family head? Somebody jog my memory. I don't remember that. I haven't seen consistent hooping from the Slayers. More like moments before they get put in their place. Yeah. At first, I honestly thought we gave up because Dumas as well. Yeah. I mean, Dumas doesn't need his arms to use weapons. I guess. Yeah. I want Bam's loneliness to be explored again. I just needed to see how he interact with Rachel now. That was the thing that made Bam very interesting before. Because I've always said that the thing he fears more than death is the loneliness that he experienced when he was in the cave for all those years, or however long he was in those caves. We need Spider Mommy back. She was a tough Lopobia, man. She went in, man. She packed up everyone's favorite Evanka, best floor ruler we've seen. Shout out to her. I think it was Mikhail, the one who attacked Tramore on the Shinwan Ryu ship. Oh, okay. I don't remember. I don't even remember that. Mikhail, I think. Let me look it up. Paul Vidal, Mikhail, Michael. The guy with shades on. This dude. Sorry. Him? Is this guy? I remember him saying something. Did he attack the ship for real? Okay, there you go. Yes, okay, Mikhail. You think SIU knew the stretch was mid, so we had loose leg versus Urak happen earlier in order to keep the viewer retention? Honestly, if he did that, that was a bad misstep. He should have just placed them where he wanted to place them. I have no way of knowing that, and I didn't get that feeling reading it. So I'm gonna say no personally. Think he put that exactly where he wanted it to be, but it was meant to be a bit of a teaser, show off a bit of more of Urek's capabilities, what Loose Leg is capable of doing, and then seeing what they go out to do in the rest of the arc. Maybe with Mazzino versus the boss slash the captain to see what happens with that. So yeah, Guido's design is still crazy. Indeed, my theory is Dumas only regenerates when he takes a critical hit and his armor evolves. Okay, chapter 577. Yes, that guy. Literally a who moment for me with that librarian guy. Yeah, I have to think about it. A lot of these series have so much fluff characters that I just like. I don't register them. I used to be a lot better at this, but as these series get longer, and I'm older, I get older and older. I'm only 31 this year, and with that, like, I just don't have the time to remember all of these things. There was a time I used to remember pretty much every character. Damn, this thing's wilt a little bit. I gotta water it. I'm a plant daddy. Shout out to me. I'm the plant god from the beginning of the tower, bro. I was friends with the machine god. I forgot what I was saying before. By the way, I lost my train of thought. But yeah, it's a lot of characters that's hard to remember. I can't be. But I also sometimes don't bother to remember them. Like I can't be asked. Like, you guys remember the last station? The guy in the wheelchair and the two kids. I do. I said y'all not important. I'm not. I am not about to try to remember y'all names. I only remember that guy from my res because I remember that guy from my res because he used Emily my to back my theory. Okay, fair enough. It's too much fluff. I don't know how Bohan be remembering these randoms. He probably revisits a lot. That's when I used to revisit Tower of God a lot. I remembered more, but maybe his memory is just really good. I don't have a good memory. I always tell people this because people will be like, "Yo, you remember so many incredible details about like Reborn or Kingdom Hearts or One Piece or like Ace Attorney." Something else I like a lot, Legend of Zelda. And I'm like, you know how many times I've beaten certain Legend of Zelda games? Like for me, it's repetition. The continuous repeating of something is what makes it stick in my craw. I'm not a person to kind of see something once and remember it unless it was something super memorable. I have selective memory in that sense. So but his memory is pretty incredible because I remember even in that trivia, they'd ask him questions about some season one characters. I'm like, who the fuck is this? That Kukaraka Raka Ruka Raka Ra 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 Kakaka? I'm like, who? So yeah, Haku's pretty good too, all things considered. Because I forget niggas like Boro or the girl with the glasses, Gosang. Like those characters are even hard for me to remember. But I also think they don't matter anymore. So I don't. I feel like I just there's no points like to it. So yeah, I've had like 20 ads while in the stream. Well, my thing is set every 10 minutes to run an ad, and it's supposed to hit people at different times. But I gotta get paid, brother. I gotta get paid. I'm broke, and the economy is shit, and inflation beating our asses. So it is what it is. I wonder if Dumas takes Bam to Gustangan and Kidu talks to Trauma and they both recover their memories at the same time. Maybe. I don't know. I have no idea what's going on anymore. I'm just tired. I can't even remember dudes from season one that were cool but didn't make it. Yeah, me neither. I usually you I'm I'm bad with names too, especially some of these names, but sometimes what I do is I can remember a design. I'd be like the guy with the sniper rifle, like um plastic bag, fluorescent light guy, bagman who was part of the Hansung U examination. Like I don't remember their name, but I could describe them to you. So yeah. I really need to do another reread probably, but I don't feel like reading Tower of God again. It's not gonna happen. Not this year at least. No, this year. Okay, so that froze for some reason. Come on, dog. Hit live. Boom. So I want to know what the point to this game is instead of killing time. I feel that I kind of want what the like. Why are we here? Like I want the central plot of this arc for real, because I still don't know what that. But I am starting to think Trauma Ray was a much different person with his memories to some degree, though. Like some people were saying or thinking. I don't have all the answers, though. We'll have to just see how that all plays out in due time. Are there tissues here? Damn. Give me 1 second, y'all. I'll blow my nose. Ah, that's the wrong number. There you go. I think Dumas armors grants resurrection, someone's arms will return when he dies. So you think his so you're kind of on the same a little bit of the same wavelength as Killmonger. Killmonger thinks his armor um only regenerates him when it's time for him to evolve. When he's taking a fatal or critical blow and then his armor and himself evolves. So maybe the spells aren't entirely the same, but I don't dislike that at all. Makes sense to me. So what was everyone's favorite panel? The double spread with Bam in Iraq versus Lashut and Ui was a good panel, but obviously I think the one with the Blood Angel lady, well, Lashute, whatever her name is, was the best panel. My favorite piece of dialogue was Rack being like, "Oh yeah, I could fly," and he just kind of flies off to dodge Ui. As far as ratings go, I'm at a 4 out of 10 for this week. Um, just not interesting. I don't know. I'm not like mad, just not interesting. And it's just one of those things where it's like if I was just reading it weekly on my own, I probably wouldn't think too much about it. But I gotta make a video, react, discuss, stream it. So I'm just like, oh, I waited a week for this. That's kind of how I feel about it. So yeah, but that's all. That's all I have to say about the chapter, bro. That's all I have to say, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and everything other and in between. That's all I got for y'all. I'll answer some questions. Anything you want to ask me or you have to comment to say, but yeah, that's all I have. I have nothing else. Let's hope for more next week and better next week, and we'll see what happens. Reminder that to compensate for the fact that I'm not because I usually stream at minimum 2 hours when I do these. Reminder to compensate for that, I will be streaming on Twitch later. I'll be playing Bomb Rush Cyberpunk. If I don't start around 6, I'll probably start around 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so my time, the canon time zone. I missed the feeling that something can go very wrong to Bam Could in Iraq in season 3, like when Arc Raptor was killed in season 2. Let Tiara cook next week. Oh, my girlfriend, I miss her. I hope she's the king. Um, yeah, Tower God has been pretty much devoid of tension and stakes and consequences, in my opinion, for a while. But that oddly has become my new default, my baseline. So I don't expect it. When Bam comes, everything will be fine. He kind of is one of those characters that undercuts any and all tension and suspense, if you will, and not in a way like, and not in a kind of more like people make that criticism of One Punch Man, but I'd argue One Punch Man, some people's idea of what it's about is incorrect. Like most people who like One Punch Man just like the fights and power scale, and that's not the point of the series in my opinion. So it's about a lot of the other characters and whatnot. And at least in Noblesse, while it still got annoying and when Raziel kind of appeared, me and my friend Alan to make this joke. When Rai appeared in Noblesse, we just from that moment, we'd start talking about the next arc. But at least it was kind of like a how long can they hold out until he gets there, but it's something that I've just noticed a lot, especially with a lot of South Korean webtoons. They just love that power fantasy, and a lot of their power fantasies to me are completely devoid of any real stakes. Tower God is not special in that aspect. I'd argue Solo Leveling was like that. I'd argue I said Noblesse was kind of like that. Gosu in some ways was like that because a lot of these characters tend to be overpowered, really strong, or have like the highest ceiling and potential and latent talent. So, nature of the beast, nature of the beast. Hell, I won't be mad if Dorsey dies. Damn, you like me? You want everybody out of here? You like me for real? Bam needs to lose the fight. It'd be nice, and not like because mid chapter, I appreciate Aguero managed to do something smart without it feeling super contrived. Playing on Dumas' standalone position in the game and his lack of knowledge was solid in my opinion. Agreed. Do you think TOG has lost a perceived dark tower? Like sometimes people die, but it's knowing we really care about it or fix the story itself for main characters. The darker The more mysterious, dark ambience that Tower of God carried, I would argue there was a paradigm shift. It doesn't carry that sense of dread in the air that it used to. The tower doesn't seem like such an awful place in a lot of ways to me these days. So I think something there was definitely lost, but I couldn't put my finger on it exactly. I'd have to really think about it and maybe revisit some things. But yeah, a lot of the characters I care about at the very least don't like die. So even when someone dies, I'm like, I don't care about them. Like the random dude in the cat tower that died when Trauma Ray used like his attack at the end. Um, was it Chang who died? Remember in the in the cage when Tall, Venti, and Grande came and they sniped the dude that was with Blitz, Quattro Blitz. Was his name Chang something? Like he died. I didn't give a damn. Like it's one of those things where he kills the characters I think he knows most of us don't really give a damn about. So yeah. Where can I chat with you discussing about theories and TOG and One Piece? I'm on this. You could join my Discord. You could message me on Twitter if you have Twitter, Twix, Twitter X. You can message me there. And if you're on my Patreon, you have direct access to me. Naz Riley, Lucky Roo, and some other people actually take and Zenisio. What the fuck? How do I pronounce that? Is it Zenusia? I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong. I know you want to go by that, so I didn't want to use the other name, but they take advantage of that. They actually message me a lot on Patreon. So Patreon, Twitter, Discord, and don't be a stranger. You could talk to me. I don't mind. I won't bite your head off. Frankenstein, man. Yeah, Frankenstein is still my favorite webtoon character, probably. Mule Love and like Brilith are like up there, but Frankenstein is still one of my favorite webtoon characters in general. I mean, we all converted CBLism, the tension and danger out the window. Yeah, we did convert. Esther needs to take from Grim and start taking out characters. It'd be nice. And by the way, I want to be clear: Death, Zen Usia. Okay, thank you. Um, Death isn't the only way to create tension and suspense or whatever. Sometimes what you need to do is show collateral damage and the collateral damage and the aftermath of a huge conflict and what was lost, even though maybe you lost a battle of Wonder War. A very very stupid easy example I can use is I'm Superman. Dark Side, Brainiac, pick somebody, invades Earth. We eventually fend off Dark Side. Maybe no, but none of the, no, maybe no one in the Justice League dies, but the collateral damage, the amount of human life that we lost, maybe we lost a city, a continent, or an important person who wasn't a superhero lost their life. Somebody's kid, wife, husband, family member that was a part of that city. Maybe the prime minister was one of the few people who were like on the Justice League side, or president was on the Justice League side and was like, hey, I support them. And now that he's gone, the person who takes him is completely against it. And the consequences of losing him and failing to protect him was now legally the government is attacking the people who are trying to defend Earth. Like, there's so many ways to do it, and it just doesn't happen in a lot of the series that I read currently. So yeah, yeah. Be happy with Dorsey gun. I'm still mad she won the popularity poll. I feel that. Bam has to lose anyone. I can see any narrative loss for him in the future, maybe for years, but I don't know. Yeah, I feel that. After we came out of the hidden floor, there was zero dread from that moment. Agreed. Chang, WPP, although I might be working if Quan died. Quattro, I mean, yeah, I agree. I mean, the darkness and danger still exists in the tower for regular people in the tower, but we seem to just be far people who doesn't exist anymore. Fair. Ambience would go pretty far for the story as a whole. Like, supposedly the tower is difficult to explore without lighthouses, but we constantly have white backgrounds. Agreed. Europe putting a spotlight on a perfectly visible massive door was silly because everyone exists in an ocean of white. Yeah. Emotional pain and trauma was probably even better. That's a good one, too. Supposed to be danger in the tower. Superman thinking he failed alone could be crushing. I agree with all that. I agree with that. Bam still needs to talk to Aguero about him lying about Prince and Arcaptor's death. Any consequences that could have been found in the Dark Trains has happened. And yeah, and like inner team conflict. Think Civil War from the MCU, or if you actually read the comic books, when Captain America's faction went against Iron Man's faction, they were at war. The consequences of some other conflicts is that some of them agree with the government, some didn't. Think One Piece when okay, I forgot that you're reading it, so I don't want to maybe spoil something, but some inner crew conflict, if you will, stuff like that, or like when Spider-Man quits being Spider-Man for a little bit, just something like that would go a long way. But okay, um, I don't remember if I asked you guys for your ratings. Give me your ratings if you have any thoughts and predictions or hopes and dreams for the next chapter. Then I'm gonna wrap this up, go do what I gotta do, and then I'll be live on Twitch for at least an hour or two, playing some Bomb Rush Cyberpunk. If you want to watch me, like I said earlier, skate, flip, do some tricks, grind some rails, tag some graffiti, run away from the police, beat up the police, and listen to some awesome music. Yeah, the One Piece is hit some many levels. Not anymore. One Piece to me now doesn't have any tension or suspense either. By the way, it's not any better than Tower God in my opinion. But once upon a time, once upon a time, this was a 6 for me. I want the TR to shine next week. Yeah, give me some. Give her the pen, man. Give her the pen. Give her that pen. Hey, give her that pen, bitch, bitch. Give her that pen. Need that pen. That pen work. That pen work. That pen. Ain't not telling Bam about this on a level of no one feeling Zoro on Sanji's misdoings. Characters actually caring about things would be nice. I have one pushback. I don't think the Sanji thing is a big a deal, but I think with Aguero and them not telling him about literal deaths of people he was carrying, but the Sanji thing was different, and I think people know that. I always say this: Kevin Durant going to the Warriors and LeBron going to the Heat. I'll just leave you guys with this: are two things that on the surface seem so similar, but if you dive beneath the ocean, you'll see how different both situations really are. With the Sanji thing was a little different just because the captain never accepted his resignation. He meant to come back and things just kept evolving at a fast rate. But I know everyone in the chat's not caught up, so I don't want to say too much. But I've made this point before on many One Piece streams. It'd still be nice for him to know and have him have some commentary on it. But Luffy's not really like that. Luffy's not the one to be like, okay, I was here for 2 years. Here's what happened. Luffy's just like, hey, yo, my niggas, what's up? Woo, where the meat at? That's the kind of character he is. So it's different. I mean, the one I described without spoilers, true. 5 out of 5. Didn't dislike anything in the chapter. I like Cool and tricking them, so it's like a plus 0.05. I feel it. All right, come watch me skate later if you want to. I'm gonna head out. I'm also hungry as hell. So SIU. Oh no, I lied. Let me do my job properly. I told you guys we had some Korean comments. Let's go through those. I'm sorry, y'all. I almost forgot. I almost forgot. Let's do the Korean comment. That's totally my bad. Did I? I didn't stop the stream, did I? No. I'm like, why did my phone turn off? Let's look at our favorite segment and we'll end it here. Lizard sent it to me in my Discord direct messages. We got some there. And let me go in my history, see if I can't find that thing I was sent yesterday. My baby rock. Do 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 do. I wanna rock. I want to say this here, by the way, just as an aside. I just want it somewhere where I can reference it at some point. I don't know how many of you guys used to like Reverge Labs or like Lab Zero and the games like Skullgirls Encore, Skullgirls Second Encore, and Indivisible RPG. But I did a lot of research, watched some videos, and read through a bit of the legal case that Mike Zymont was going on because he kind of got thrown under the bus and got lambasted as being this absolute evil of the company. And I think he still gets a slice of the blame, Jesus Christ, pie. Like 30% still goes to him, but I think we got that wrong. There's a lot of things that those guys did to him did around him that was very Smeagolish, snakish, and I don't think that he was the biggest evil of that company. And I've said fuck Mike Z on 100 million occasions since that happened. So I want to say you still have a lot to answer to. I'm happy that you're in a new company doing what you're doing with making that other fighting game. But I think that apology should be just as loud, if not louder, than the disrespect. So I want to take back my comments on that. That's all. I know most of you are like, "What the fuck is this idiot talking about?" But that's how I am. I don't. I cannot. I'm not gonna find this. Am I? That's Power World. That's me listening to BS podcast. That was me trying to figure out how to find that one character in Bomb Rush. Yeah, I don't fucking see it. Damn it. I wish I remembered the did I favorite it? Maybe I favorited it. Is it my bookmarks? It is not my bookmarks. Okay, all we can do is just the few that Lizard sent to me on Discord. My bad, yo. That's all I got. He said, "Oh yeah, best segment. When are we getting the Mayui Hachuki Cyberpunk mod gameplay playthrough?" When I finish the game, I actually like all the characters and character designs right now. So when I when I reach the post game and I unlock everybody, I'm gonna use the Iki mod. I saw some Danganronpa mods, and I'm gonna use the Hachikuchi mod. But yeah, sexy blood thought and the green guy standing opposite of Bam, the big spider. Yeah, those were the best two for sure. So he's the fall guy. That's still bad, but the fall guy. It's more so that the fact that the one of the few things Zoro puts his foot down on never got followed up on. I guess not a huge deal to everyone, but I just want something from him as in a fight. That's fair. Honestly, no matter how much Bam and Cole beats the family head, if they're still regulars, the family heads are gonna look unimpressive, and I can't help but feel like it downplays the tower as a whole. My general point with that, I understand what you're saying. All I'm going to say to you is that's solely if the family heads are truly the pinnacle of what is in the tower. If it's something or someone else like Haydon or something else, then I think it's okay that they're not the tippity top dogs. But if they're supposed to be top dogs, how this plays out will go a long way, and he has to be very careful. Okay, so I'm in my MCU folder, and I don't know why I didn't ask to be in there. There we go. So I'm gonna read these, and then I'm gonna head out. All right. But some of the other comments from that site that I was looking at said stuff like, "What's the point? Nothing has happened for like 50 chapters. This wasn't a great chapter." Someone said, "SIU, what do you even want to do?" Like there were some funny ones, but you guys will see that in 12 weeks. Or if you're on my Patreon, you can go see it right now if you're a tier 3 because it's already on Patreon. All right. Um, the Discord. Now I'm paying through inertia, scrolling through with expression without expression, looking at it quickly and then putting it away so they's not moved. I'm glad you're making it clear Dumas was trying to find Bam, not kill Guero. I'm glad you're cleared up that controversy. With today's installment and the way it's going, it's going to be a year of games. Basically commenting on the pacing, saying we're gonna be here for a long time. I don't understand how a high ranker can be fooled by a single word from a regular. It's hard enough to be a regular. Wait, yeah, I don't. To be a selector, can't stand right in front of a high ranker attacking and can't even talk to family head eye to eye. I think it would be more impressive if you reorganize the levels of regulars, rankers, high rankers, and family heads. Should I tell you something really terrible? It's been 5 years since part three started. This has been going on for 5 years. Even if you focus on the main story without the useless games, it will take a long time. So why do they keep adding twigs? This was when I was genuinely shocked, and I went on Webtoon and checked the first day that season three started, and it was like May 19th or like May 13th, something like that, or 30th. I can't remember. 2020 2019, but I remember Korea got it 2 months earlier, so they got it in March. This is crazy. Remember to like the stream chat, yo. Oh yes, please like the stream and comment. Comment. Honestly, at this point, just make the admins the final bosses. SU has made Bams will appear already. I feel you, but I'm just gonna see how shit shakes out. I've been reading for over 10 years, but I don't even know which floor of the tower they're on, and they're not a ranker yet. And even if I do watch the Gaju battle scene, I don't think that it'll be as amazing as Yuri and Karaka. Shout out to the Yuri and Karaka battle. It's great. Unless I just forgot the settings or someone else serialized it, I can't believe it. Amongst the 10 of millions of selected people, only one or two can become rankers, and there is a clear gap in skill before and after rankers that is impossible to compare. Among them, only the top 1% are called high rankers, and amongst them, it is estimated that they are in the top 100. Dumas, a high ranking player, cannot catch two regulars running. Hodgin Sung also said that he can catch up with a regular by jumping on one foot, but even if he cannot kill them, he should be able to break their limbs while yawning to make it normal. There are no restrictions on the manager. I don't think there's even a setting for betting. As soon as the game starts, the head of the family has to control all the creatures in the game room by controlling the divine beast, shout out to Zelda, which is a normal production, but I don't even know why this game is being played. This was the general sentiment of these comments. Now I'm okay, so yeah, now I've caught up. So that's our section this week. So yeah, again, we gotta see how everything shakes out, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and everything other and in between. But so we got this week. Not a great week. Hopefully we bounce back sooner rather than later because we did have a really good stretch not too long ago, and we're probably still a little bit on the Mazzino loose leg high, so I get it. But yeah, I wasn't moved. I'm gonna read these and then I'm gonna wrap up. The ranker disrespect is something I still can't comprehend. It'd be like FMA alchemists being made fools of in basic arithmetics when all they have to do is get PhDs in their specialized fields. Now, SOU made the readers the final boss today, and he's winning. Even for the few that get carried, the vast majority should be top tier test takers, puzzle solvers, logical masterminds. Otherwise, what are these tests even for? I wish I had the answer, Sly the Beast, but I I totally understand your frustration. But short stream this week, y'all. Last time I'll say it, Bomb Rush Cyberpunk on Twitch later if you want to come watch me play. But I'm gonna eat, go do what I gotta do, and then we'll be back tonight. You guys be safe. We'll be back next week. I'm dropping a short tomorrow. No major video. Another video Thursday, and then we'll be back. And then obviously, I'll be streaming on Twitch. Um, Thursday and Friday, maybe Wednesday. So to come on Paperwork Hems if you want to come chill and see me. And yeah, what's up, Lizard? Thank you for making something from nothing content. I did my best. What's up, Lizard? I'm about to end the stream though, so you're late. But y'all be safe and have yourself a mighty fun day.